Lolly ho, everybody. Wow, boy howdy, is it ever Thursday. Let me just first and foremost welcome you to the Shark Stream. It's me, it's Gage. And, hey, it's iGaled. We're back for more Final Fantasy XIV. Now, I might have mentioned, hello Mist, hello Lucas. I might have mentioned, when discussing last week how I ended up kind of preempting my Final Fantasy XIV stream for Zelda, in part so that I could actually finish Ocarina of Time, but also I may have mentioned, also this is the Great Serpent of Ronka. Say hi to the Great Serpent of Ronka, everybody. Oh, hold on. Hello, Great Serpent of Ronka. Anyway. I may have mentioned that, I don't really know what I want to do in Final Fantasy XIV for my streams, really. But I, excuse me, I had an idea. So, one of my personal favorite parts of Final Fantasy XIV, probably one of the things that, like, I got most excited for playing through again, and something that I have, in the time since I've created this character, turned into a huge part of this character's backstory, is the Hildebrand questlines. And I figured, you know what? I think I might just show off the Hildebrand questlines, because I fucking love the Hildebrand questlines. They're literally some of my favorite content in this game. So we're gonna go show off the Hildebrand questline. I'm gonna go ahead and turn off Mushroom Hill here. So Final Fantasy XIV has a New Game Plus function, where you can replay certain parts, certain chunks of the game, essentially. Which I think I just realized is something that I actually just need to access through the menu, as opposed to needing to go all the way to the inn room to do so. So, hold on. Where is it? Here we go. So as you can see, there's a bunch of different, like, oh, you can play through chunks of Realm Reborn, of Heaven's Word, of Storm Blood, Shadow Bringham's. You can play through different raids so that you can, like, rewatch the cutscenes, whether it's normal raids, whether it's Alliance raids, and certain side quests you can actually replay, including all 3 Hildebrand questlines thus far. So we're going to go ahead and start from the first one, which is Hildebrand, Agent of Enquiry. Now, to give you a bit of backstory, Hildebrand Manderville and Nashu Makaraka were 2 characters who were introduced in Final Fantasy XIV 1.0. The original version, I should say, incredibly broken version of this game that released way the fuck back, and I want to say like 2010. Ooh, excuse me. I got an energy drink here. It's Orange Breeze that I'm drinking today. No particular reason. Now, the Hildebrand questlines in that game were tied, from what I understand, to the inn rooms, I believe. There were times where, like, during the game, like, if you went to bed in an inn, then when you woke up, you would hear somebody, like, outside the door screaming about one thing or another, and then you would go out there and find out, like, someone was just like, I'm hearing somebody losing their shit in the other room. And it's very distracting. You go... I don't like to close my door because the cat's food is in here. Anyway, what was I saying? your character would go outside, and like there would be somebody on the ground, and they'd be like, oh, I've been assaulted, someone stole my weapon, and then who should show up? In the weird, really kind of like low energy, mo-capped saunter that like was all over the place in 1.0, but one Hildebrand Manderville. Now, the Hildebrand questline ended up concluding around the same time that, like, 1.0 in general concluded. And it ended up concluding in much of a similar manner to a lot of the content in 1.0, having to do with the ever-falling Red Moon Dalamud. Which, of course, turned out to be a prison for the Primal Bahamut. Now, Hildebrand, in this final quest line before 1.0 came to an end, one Mr. Hildebrand Manderville learned from one Mr. Urianger, Scion of the Seventh Dawn. Well, no, they weren't Scions of the Seventh Dawn at that point. They were the Circle of Knowing or something? I forget. That there was some prophecy about the Warrior of Light. Hildebrand, in his very Hildebrand-esque way, took this as a challenge. It's like, I'm gonna go find the Warrior of Light. And then, in further Hildebrand-esque shenanigans, it turned out he then believed that he was the Warrior of Light, based on a almost too literal reading of the prophecy that Urianger put forth. By the way, Hildebrand interacting with any of, like, the major, the major NPCs is very weird. Like, I'm gonna go ahead and say that right now. When we get into the Hildebrand questlines, the most any of this stuff crosses over into, like, main story stuff is that at one point over the course of the main story quest, Godbert shows up at some point to advise, to give, no, it wasn't. Who was it? Somebody. They give somebody some advice. I don't want to get too much into spoilers. But he shows up, and he's just like, haha, I'm willing to help anybody who's a friend of my son, and that's if you've done the Hildebrand questline. I don't know what happens if you haven't. But that's, like, the biggest crossover between the two. It's... Who is, like... Is there, like, a hyena in this apartment? Alright. I'm gonna go close my door, actually. Give me 1 second. Are y'all okay? Alright, I'm gonna close my door, okay? Okay. Solved the problem that prevented me from drawing and watching something in my second screen. Oh, nice! Cool, cool, cool. What was I talking about? Oh, yeah. So, otherwise, the Hildebrand stuff doesn't really cross over with, like, the main story stuff, for the most part. So, it's... And part of the issue with, like, looking into Hildebrand 1.0 stuff is that those particular quest lines in that particular version of the game didn't have a whole lot of, like, actual cutscenes, so there's not a whole lot recorded for them. Because the most that anyone ended up having any access to was, like, you know, the cutscene rewatch at a certain point. Because until a certain point, nobody expected them to just nuke the game as it was. And just kind of start fresh. The last storyline is amusing enough. No, though. It is. So, Hildebrand comes to the conclusion that he is the Warrior of Light. And Urianger's prophecy doesn't necessarily, like, discredit that. Like, Urianger is just like, yeah, like, anyone can be the Warrior of Light if they, you know, believe in themselves enough. But, you know, he says it in his very Urianger way. So in the process of, like, helping some old dude tend to his farm, Hildebrand and Nashu end up finding this, like, crazy spear with a gun on it, right? And they have just dusted this guy's entire farm with, like, a specific kind of bomb ash that is, like, highly volatile to any sort of, like, spark. So, of course, Hildebrand accidentally sets off this fucking gun spear. And he gets blasted to where in the direction of what he believes is the Red Moon Dalamud. He just goes flying through the air. And that's the last we see of Hildebrand Manderville. And then 2.0 comes out. A Realm Reborn. And Hildebrand's nowhere to be seen. But then, patch content. And that's where our story begins. Alright, say hi to the Dancing Pope, everybody. I think it's this guy over here, yeah. An old acquaintance of Wymond is at wit's end, and the businessman would have you help her. The rise and fall of gentlemen. I hear you've been busy as a bee, Igeld. Seems half the whispers that come my way relate to your comings and goings. Being the active type you are, I reckon you'd be interested in investigating some queer rumors, am I right? But before that, let me ask, ever heard of a man named Hildebrand? Yes. Oi, you don't mean to say you knew the bugger? I know he thought himself famous, but thinking it don't make it true. Shame that he had to go and get himself killed. People die in the dance Pope dances. When will the Pope stop? When will he stop? There was that time that he got kicked for being AFK. And everybody mourned his passing. And then he came back, and everything was fine. Is this person playing Triple Triad with Wymond? Good for them. All that nonsense about stopping Dalamud himself, what in the 7Ls was he thinking? Least it was mercifully quick. Still, judging from the depth of the crater, he must have fallen from an unfathomable height. Gods only know what was going through his mind as he watched the ground rush up to meet him. Ugh. Amazing how well the body was preserved, though. Hells, it's amazing there was a body left to bury at all. I had reason for bringing this up. Alright, so Nashu, Hildebrand's erstwhile assistant, has since become an inspector in her own right. At present, she's investigating the queer rumors I mentioned earlier. She's a sweet lass, a bit daft, but sweet nonetheless. So when I hear she's at wit's end, I want to help. Thing is, I prefer to meddle in the affairs of the living. Zombies are most definitely not my forte. So, if you're willing, I'd be grateful if you lent her a hand. As to where to find her, she'd like to visit Hildebrand's grave in the Lichkyard. Graves. When she's frustrated, try looking for her there first. Okay. I'm gonna pop over to Camp Drybone. Yes. Zimbambos. Nashu might be one of my favorite NPCs. I genuinely love her. She is just so good. Like, she's an idiot, But, like, God bless her. She's an idiot in a bless your heart kind of way. There she is. Woman of the hour.
Oh, if only you were still alive, Inspector. You'd know how to stop these zombies.
Also, she's cute as hell.
Ah, you there. Could it be? You've come to offer your services to me?
Absolutely, 100%. I would die for you.
Oh, but where are my manners? Allow me to introduce myself. Ahem. My name is Nashu, Agent of Inquiries, Extraordinary Inspector.
I never want Nashu Makaraka to be sad. Ever. This is devastating to me.
At least, that's what I'm trying to be. It's not quite as easy as he made it look. Inspector Hildebrand was a great man, a real Eorzean hero. We traveled the world, me and him, solving cases and thwarting evil. No matter the mystery, you could always count on the Inspector to solve it with grace and style. But then there was the final case. The case of the century, he called it. How to stop the Red Moon from destroying the world. To save us all, he flew into the sky, and all I could do was watch.
She makes it sound so dramatic. But, like, it's just as comical as literally anything else if you go watch the 1.0 cutscene.
But then he came back down and he... Oof, ouch, my head. This is all a joke. A big funny joke, right, Inspector? Any moment now you'll burst out of the ground and shout, "Surprise! Had you fooled, eh?" And we'll laugh and laugh.
Hildebrand Manderville, beloved son. The sword and shield and the grave are the ones that were given to him by the farmer that he helped at the end of the 1.0 content.
They say no one remembers the Warriors of Light. Their names, their faces, all gone forever. But I remember you, Inspector. No, Gentleman Hero Hildebrand. I can never be the hero you were, but I'll do my best to try.
So did you just have that with you and just get... Okay. Yeah, no, alright.
I, Nashu, Inspector Extraordinaire, will carry on your legacy.
Also, apparently you can't get those gloves anywhere. Those aren't gloves that you can get.
So I told myself, well, Nashu, there must be a leader, a head zombie, who tells the rest what to do. Therefore, all we need to do is kill him. Again, that is. Unfortunately, I don't know where he is or how to find him. Now that you're here, my faithful assistant, you can try the one good idea I've come up with so far. You go to where these dapper zombies were last seen in southern Thanalan, you might find them, and then you could, you could become their friend and ask to meet their leader. Yes, that's sure to work.
God bless you, Nashu. You're the salt of the earth.
Never tried making friends with a zombie, but I don't see why it would be hard. Just moan, groan, and pretend to be dead.
Sounds like a plan. I don't see how that could possibly go wrong. Let's go to southern Thanalan. I just thought of something. Am I not going to be able to do anything else while this New Game Plus thing is active? Am I going to need to finish this in order to continue any of the stuff I was doing beforehand? I didn't think about this. I don't know how New Game Plus... This is my first time trying anything with New Game Plus in this game. So I maybe didn't do as much research as I probably should. So here we are. We gotta do this one. Oh, and someone's already over here. Hey, hold up. Let me kill you real quick. Again. Yeah, because you're Zambi. You can pause New Game Plus at any time, if I remember correctly. Oh, okay. Oh, well, that ended up not taking as long as I thought it would. Alright. We got a curious parchment to go show to Nashu Makaraka. So, I work customer service, phone customer service. I answer calls all day. And, you know, one of the things that, like, you know, people are bound to complain about, you know, regardless of, like, what line of customer service they work in, is rude customers. But something that I've kind of... This is going to be a bit of a tangent. Something that I've kind of learned about in working this is that there needs to be... I feel like there's a line that you kind of need to draw at one point or another with regards to rude customers who are redeemable, let's say. Like, I've had customers before that have just been, you know, just incredibly abrasive right off the bat. And then, like, I tell them, hey, I can help you. Here's how I'm going to help you. This is going to solve all your problems. And then, like, they're practically my best friend by the end of the call. I had a guy today who... I'm going to sort my shit here real quick. 1 second. I had a guy today who just immediately was not cooperative. Basically told me to fuck myself. And all the while, he is just, like... just being... making, like, these demands and everything like that. And among other things, he didn't seem particularly like he was going to be particularly patient while he waited for me to do any of the stuff that he was asking me to do. I'm going to be real with you. I didn't do any... And he hung up. And I'm going to be real with you. I didn't do anything for that guy. Like, if you're going to be like that and then hang up, or if you're just... Honestly, if you're just going to be that abrasive and rude at all, like, I think there needs to be, like, a line in the sand that you have to draw at some point where it's just like, I'm not going to reward this behavior by doing what you asked me to do. Because, like, look, it's not like a situation where it's just like, okay, this customer's clearly frustrated with something. I'm here to help them. No, this customer called up was insulting me directly. And, you know, if you were to, like, confront somebody with that, they would probably be like, oh, I'm not angry at you, I'm angry at the company. It's just like, no, you're telling me to go fuck myself. You're telling me to go fuck myself. You're not telling the company to go fuck themselves. Let's be real here. You called up to a customer service line and decided that you would insult and just be rude for no reason to the very first person you spoke with. That's on you. If the thing that you want to have done doesn't get done after you, like, opened with all that, that's your fault. Hey, Nashio, I got a weird thing. You want to see it? Sweetheart, I brought you a present. Oh, so you weren't able to make new friends. That's a shame. This parchment. This is a map of the Sagoli Desert. There's a spot marked here in the south, and look, there's something written here. A gentleman is, rather than does. That sort of reminds me of... well, no matter. Let's see where this map takes us. Assistant, onward, to the Sagoli. Okay, I guess we are going to the Sagoli Desert. That is fine. Through Forgotten Springs. Like, I feel like I have, I don't want to say that, like, I have had less, oh shit. I have clearly shown up for, something kind of nuts here. Let me just, I can help. Let me pull my camera out here real quick. Oh. This'll just take a moment. Don't mind me. I gotta get out of this worm's butt. It's weird. It's weird. I don't like it. I just, like, showed up here and just, like, immediately, right off the bat, it's like, whoa, okay, what the fuck? But hey, I'll take the fucking... What did I even get from that? I don't think I got anything particularly good from that, but you know what? Whatever, it's fine. But yeah, I wouldn't say that, like, I'm losing patience for our customers, necessarily. I think I have been hitting a point recently where it's just like, okay, there is a point here that, like, I can't deal with the nonsense that you're kind of throwing at me. Like, I had somebody the other day who was complaining that we hadn't received a check. And here's the thing. When our company receives a check, that check is applied to the account that the check is for. If we don't get it, it's not going to be applied, and we can't necessarily do something about money we haven't received. This woman was asking me to adjust her bill because we haven't gotten her check yet. And it's like, so let me get this straight. And I was just like, okay, so I just want to make sure I understand you. You want me to adjust your bill because we haven't gotten your check yet. It's like, I don't know, like, she's talking about, like, look, it's not my problem you haven't gotten the check yet. And it's just like, no, I I see what the problem is here. You're getting your vocabulary mixed up. It's not your fault we haven't gotten your check yet. It is most certainly your problem because this is your account that we haven't received payment for. But it's also not anything we can do. You need to talk to, like, the post office or your bank. You may need to cancel that check and pay a different way. It's maddening. Because it's not like the check was cashed and it wasn't applied to her account. It's like, no, we haven't cashed the check yet because we haven't gotten it yet. Like, I don't... It was weird because just like, we can't do anything about money we haven't received. I don't know what you're expecting from me. I don't think I misread the map. Maybe they're just shy, though. I say we call them out and let them know we come in peace. And when the leader shows himself, we strike. A gentleman is, rather than does. It's just weird shit. I needed to complain about job stuff today. I'm sorry. Who summons the gentle dead man? Oh, I love this guy. They live, and we hunger. Don't worry, Nashu, I'll protect you. My brothers, lend me your ears. A gentleman does not dine upon his guests. Fuck, there he is. Spare these two fair ladies your mastications. Withdraw, I say, and harass them no more.
Up in the sky, look! It's a bird! No, it's an airship! No! It's the inspector!
We hear, and we obey! And there they go. Okay. Well, not how I expected that to end, but alright. I'm kidding. It is how I expected this to end. I've played this before. Graceful.
It is you! It really is you! I knew nothing could kill the great Inspector Hildebrand!
The helmet is based on the very same helmet he was wearing in the last scene of the 1.23 story. Also same sword and shield. Nice. I don't remember that cutscene very well. It's been a hot minute since I've watched it. Hildebrand? Who is this Hildebrand of who you speak? My name is Zombiebrand, devourer of brains, undead overlord extraordinaire.
What are you saying? You're not an undead overlord, you're a gentleman inspector.
Inspector, overlord, inspector, overlord, overspector, inslord? I don't know.
Oh, Inspector, you're just confused is all. Don't worry, I'll knock some sense back into that noggin of yours.
Mama Nashu's got just the trick. Stay your hand, milady. You know not what you do. I fucking love Nashu so much. Even if I were the esteemed gentleman you purport me to be, the concussive force of the blast is more like to liquefy my...
If crashing into the ground made you forget, then an explosion of equal force ought to make you remember. I'll save you, Inspector, or kill you trying.
See, even you acknowledge the possibility that this plan will result in my... Love her. Death. Our roommate Ixal likes to explain that the Hildebrand questline is what the Final Fantasy XIV dev team use to push the limits of their facial animation tech. And it really is. Like, they go absolutely nuts with some of these. Normally, I would applaud your ingenuity, Nashu, but I would have preferred that you found a more elegant solution.
Ah! He remembers me! Inspector Hildebrand remembers me!
Yes, yes, I remember you, my faithful assistant. What I do not quite remember is how I came to be here. Oh, Manog. Oh, jeez. Oh, don't keep showing me sad, Nashu. My heart can't take it. Krakow. The gill farming bots have emerged! Those last 500 bites of dirt were not so good. Maybe the next one will be better. Ah, such a wonderful dream. I slew a dragon and... What is this place? And for that matter, who am I? Oh. Hey guys. There's some very supportive zombies, I gotta say. We love supportive zombies. I, Hildebrand, agent of Enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, have awoken at last. I always knew you'd come back to us. Oh, Nashu, don't be sad. Be it Red Moon or Black Dragon, no fiend is a match for my legendary might. And who might this fine lady be? Could she perhaps be one of my many Oh, but what is this faint tingling sensation in my arm? This ringing in my ears? This dizziness? Could it be a case? It's more likely a concussion, but okay. Nashu, how do you feel about all this?
Amazing, isn't it? He wasn't dead. He was just badly injured and needed to hibernate. I didn't even know people could do that.
You'd be surprised how hardy the mandervilles are. It's actually a little shocking. Just wait till you meet his mom and dad. Alright, Hildebrand, where are we off to next? A mild concussion will not sway Inspector Hildebrand from his true calling. 'Cause we're back in the saddle again. Verily, it could be naught else. Somewhere nearby, dastardly doings are afoot, and only I can thwart them. Copious quantities of sand, unbearable heat. Aha! The Sagoli Desert. I'd bet my life on it. Yep. That's where we are. Which means Ul'dah is but a short trek away. Yes, it all fits. Only that den of inequity could so violently trigger my keen investigator's sense. Fear not, law-abiding citizens. Inspector Hildebrand shall soon deliver you from evil.
Which way did he go, Igil? Did you see? Oh dear, I've got to find him. Ah, and change my outfit too.
No, keep the outfit. It's okay. It's always really upset me that Nashu doesn't keep her inspector outfit, except for, like, end of episode previews and credits. Not that she isn't still, like, absolutely adorable in her normal outfit, but I really like her inspector outfit. Alright, we gotta go question people. Oh, hold on. Something's wrong here. Wait. Okay, alright, now I can continue. Whew! That was almost tragic. Hey, how's it going? You seem like a weird guy and a cat girl. Beg your pardon? You wish to question me as to the whereabouts of that deviant running about town dressed in rags? Do I look like a reporter for the Mithril Eye? I do not consort with perverts. He's not a pervert, he's just weird. I don't think Hildebrand knows what sex is, actually. I would be very surprised if he did, honestly. Have you seen a weird dude in like a busted up suit? What? You're looking for a half-naked Highlander what likes to catch criminals? I think I'd remember a thing like that. If ye do manage to find this inspector friend of yours, tell him to do something about that goddamned duelist. Me mate's pa's cousin's kid's best friend lost his blade the other day to that bastard. A duelist, you say? Interesting. I started watching the movie Highlander recently. It's pretty good. Hello, Botolf. Sorry, lass, but if it's information you want, you'd be served best by going to Wymond. The only rumors I've heard are those about the weapon thief. Calls himself a duelist, or so I hear. When you don't allow your opponents to refuse, well... What is that dude's name? Whatever. Alright, let's go talk to Wymond. That is the sproutest sprout I've ever seen. Look at that fucking mismatched outfit. You keep in there, Slexy J. You'll get something that looks cool and or learn how to use dyes eventually. I believe in you. Fucking Mr. Meowmix. What level are you? That looks like some nice gear, actually. Level 70 Mr. Meowmix. Okay. Yeah, okay. Yeah, okay. Hey, Wymond. I take it you've dealt with that zombie problem. Zombie? Zombie problem, eh? So do tell, just why were they dressing up like dandies? Wymond! Hey, Wymond! Thol almighty bugger me with a bleeding spear! The dead have risen and they're walking the streets of Uldar! No need for melodrama, my good man. As you can see, reports of my death were greatly exaggerated. It's true, he's not a zombie. I checked. How do you check that? I mean, I guess blowing him up with a bomb might count? You do seem to be hale and healthy, which, begs the question, how in the 7 L's did you survive that fall? Why question divine providence? What matters is that Eorzea's champion has returned and that he, and by that I mean I, shall bring this thieving duelist to justice. Heard about all that, did you? Might be odder than you think. Even I've got no inkling of that fellow's current whereabouts. Inconceivable. I refuse to believe that the ever-inquisitive, ever-ambitious, ever-reliable Wymond is without a single shred of information, even one of dubious relevance. Well, I make no promises, mind you, but there was some talk of a fair maiden what said her most. This knave assaulted a young woman as well? The audacity! I should fly to her side at... Why, if it isn't the lady from the Sagoli! Yeah, hi. A serendipitous encounter indeed. Unless you too seek the belligerent duelist? I've literally been standing here for like 5 minutes, my guy. Capital. It will be invigorating to engage in a friendly battle of wits. Already the spirit of competition fills me. Come, Nashu, we must away. Hey, bye, Nashu, I love you. Damn it, Ildi. I ain't told you the lass's name yet. It's the Banani from the desert. Do you want to tell me the lass's name? Hold on, I'm waiting for your icon to update. It'll get there eventually. There we go. Wyman believes it would be best if you assisted Inspector Hildebrand with his investigation, and he's probably right. Well, Eigeld, you might as well go after him. He'll be disappointed if you don't. The lady in question is named Yellow Moon. She's a woman with a taste for the finer things in life. Safe to say you'll find her getting fitted for something in the Weavers Guild most every day. Good luck with inspecting, Inspector. Yes, I am Inspector. Thank you. Weavers Guild. Where the fuck is an Aethernet shard? Hold on. Where's... to the Weavers Guild. There was probably a closer one I could have gone to. But where's the fun in that? Whee! Yeet! Alright. Let's go find Yellow Moon. Oh hey, it's Slexy J again. How are you doing, Slexy J? Hope you're having a good one. God, there's a lot of sprouts in here. Oh, I'm just phasing right through those boxes, huh? Okay, that's fine. Big Punch over here, playing triple triad with Yellow Moon. That's cool.
My beloved pure heart was unlike any wand you've ever seen. Elegant, refined, the perfect accessory for any cultured woman. You will bring it back to me, won't you? Oh, hey. How did... Okay. A priceless possession, callously ripped from the hands of its owner. The lady weeps, and the wind bears her sorrow to his ears. What gentleman could hear this clarion call and not beg the honor of championing her cause?
I gotta say... Hildebrand's an idiot. But I'm constantly, like, impressed by his ability to find exactly the person he needs to find, despite the fact that the people who are supposed to be giving him the information on where to find these people don't ever get the chance to. Like, how did he know to come here? It's that fucking keen inspector sense, I tell ya.
What in the world?
I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, shall scour all creation, from the deepest pit of the seven hells to the very pinnacle of the heavens, for your pure heart.
What he said.
And you, my fellow servant of justice, I see your instincts are not to be underestimated, having guided you to this fair maiden's side. Now then, Miss Moon, what could you tell us of the theft?
Thefts, sir, to be precise.
Nasha, you good? I love that she just falls asleep. Like, are you narcoleptic or something? Although, since she's a Mikote, I guess she'd be nya-coleptic. Got him.
My pure heart was only the most recent item to be taken from me. I am certain I had it when I left home the other day. After I browsed the latest fashions at Sunsilk and took in a match at the Colosseum, I realized it was gone.
So the time and location of the theft are unknown. Essential details without which we cannot solve the case. There is but one logical course of action, Miss Moon. To coax the hidden clues from your memories, we must reenact that fateful day's excursion to Sunsilk Tapestries.
Okay, bye-bye, Nashu. What monster would steal my pure heart?
Well, I guess we'll find out. A lot of people crafting in here. It's almost like it's some kind of a crafting guild. Alright, where are you going to be on the steps of Nald? Okay, I should just go to the Aetherite Plaza. Oh! Big Punch playing Yu-Gi-Oh! Over here. One of these days, I'll bee's knees it with him. But it will not be this day. I have things I must do. Oh, now she's fallen asleep on the boxes. Oh, no, she's awake. Okay. She's good. Oh, I don't know. Are you sure this is going to help? I do have bee's knees now. I'm pretty happy about that. I was able to finally afford it without putting so much of a dent into my MGP that I won't be able to afford the car when it's released again in September. Miss Moon, would you be so kind as to describe your visit in detail on the day in question? Nothing unusual happened, but if you insist, I was pondering... I was pondering whether or not to purchase a new dress, when a man approached me and confessed his undying love. What sort of man says that to a complete stranger, I ask you? Naturally, I was taken aback. I dropped my purse in shock, not intentionally, on his foot, and he cried out in pain and fled. Lady, what do you keep in your purse? If I may be so bold, Miss Moon, that strikes me as a most unusual happening. That's odd. In any case, it appears to be completely unrelated to the theft. Let us next proceed to the Colosseum and see what you remember. Ooh. Okay, well, let's go. To the Colosseum. Yes, I will run there and not use the fucking Ethernet. Why would I bother when I have two perfectly good working legs? That crate's looking at me funny. You say something to Nashu? Just fucking watch yourself, crates. Where could my pure heart be? Hildy? Once again, Miss Moon, if you would be so kind as to tell us what you remember. Well, like before, nothing unusual happened. I felt like gambling that day and was debating which match to observe, when a gladiator approached me from behind and confessed his undying love. Naturally, I was taken aback. I whirled about and struck the man in the face with my purse, in shock, not intentionally. Unfortunately, since I was carrying a tremendous sum of money, my purse weighed about 6 score ponzas, and the blow was enough to render him unconscious. Jesus. 120 ponzas? Miss Moon, you're a remarkably strong woman. Which is precisely why you were targeted. Oh, it's so obvious in hindsight. The thief bore you a grudge. No, it's more than that. He hated you with a passion. Hildebrand, can you, put some clothes... There sure are a lot of giant crates in Ul'dah. At the Weaver's Guild, Sunsilk Tapestries, and here, too. These crates better have not said anything rude to Nashu, or else I will actively beat them to death. Stand back! I am on the verge of unraveling this mystery. I must be allowed to focus. Okay, take your time. No, we're gonna go check out the crates. What do you think, sweetie? These crates are everywhere, Ageld. I wonder what's inside. I don't see how we can open... Ah, of course, I still have plenty of explosives. Here, why don't you try? It'll be fun. Oh, you always get me the nicest things. Nashu's delight. Yeet. Oh. Oh, gods, have mercy. Wow, there were people in there? I guess that explains the breathing and... Isn't that Yellow Moon's pure heart? Inspector, Inspector, oh look! Oh shit, yeah, there it is. Kind of surprised that the Hildebrand Thinky emote isn't a thing. It's part of the manderville mambo, but other than that, yeah, you don't get it. Maybe in the Endwalker content it'll be a reward. At the heart of every crime rests a single unassailable truth, reached only by navigating a web of falsehoods and contradictions. Hearken to me now, for as a shepherd leads his flock, I shall guide you to my irrefutable conclusion. A gladiator professes his feelings only to be rejected and physically assaulted in response, wounding his pride as a warrior and man. Resenting her prowess whilst recognizing his weakness, he carries out a more feasible vengeance. He robs Yellow Moon of her weapon, the Pure Heart.
Inspector, we found the Pure Heart. These strange men sneaking around town in wooden crates had it.
It's not what you think. We're not thieves, we're devotees. Yellow Moon is our sun and stars. We only wish to keep her safe from harm, and should she misplace an item from time to time, we'd collect it for safekeeping, nothing untoward.
You deviants were behind all the thefts. All this time you've been stalking me. What nerve?
Ah, such unbridled fury, such righteous indignation. We should be glad to accept the goddess's punishment. Okay, this got weird. Yeah, fuck him up. Goddess? Devotees? Ah, but of course! That I had you inspect those crates was a stroke of genius indeed. As I was elucidating but a moment ago, those fiends are obviously the ones responsible for the recent rash of weapon thefts, as those thefts were carried out by a single individual, you imbecile.
Lest you've forgotten, the culprit is a duelist. He only claims his victims' weapons after defeating them in single combat. Your powers of observation are as great as you claim. You should have deduced that those buffoons and boxers were incapable of such. I should know. I'm a reporter for the Mithril Eye. My name is Ellie, and I've been investigating these incidents for weeks. Inspector Hildebrand, gentleman investigator and agent of Enquiry, I presume? You're looking well for a dead man. Would you like to meet one of the duelist's victims? I'll introduce you with pleasure. You would be willing to share such precious information with me. Your generosity is commendable, Miss Ellie. May this mark the beginning of a long and beautiful friendship. Yes, very good. The name of the man is... Oh, and there they go. Huh, where in the bloody hells do you think you're going? I haven't told you anything yet. You know what, Ellie? I wouldn't worry about it. He'll probably end up in the right place all the same. So, how you been? The Immaculate Deception. Having no other recourse, Ellie would instead tell you the identity of the victim. I suppose since you're the imbecile's friend, you intend to help him. The man you want to find is an adventurer named Humphrey. At present, he can be found at the Golden Bazaar. With luck, the good inspector may find his way there by the time you arrive. If not, then so be it. I wonder what will happen when he discovers that the victim is a perpetrator as well. The victim is a perpetrator as well, you say? Oh. Dry bone. Hildebrand, somehow, will find his way there. I feel like an overwhelming sense of deja vu doing all this. Oh, no, I do not need to go to Drybone again. I am all set. I did not want to use Sprint. I did want to pull out my Griffin, though. Huh. Well. Why not? I won't get anything from this. But, like, I might as well.
Yeah, you know, deja vu, as though I had been in this place before. Higher than the streets, and I know it's my time to go. Calling you, and the circus of mystery. Standing on my feet, it's so hard when I try to be me. Yeah. Deja vu. I bet I could solo this. My only concern is that it's really not going to do anything for me. You know what? Actually, hold on. Can I? No, I can't. Okay. Yeah, this doesn't seem to be like a particularly difficult one at the very least. Hey, do we need to... Is there anyone else we need to fight? Where are you guys going? Oh, shit! Is that it? Oh yeah. Let's switch to a different class for a while. Let's go Dark Knight for a bit. This is my current Dark Knight glam, by the way. Take a look at her. Look how good she looks. Hell yeah. I'm a fucking red and green Christmas bunny. Alright, we got a guy to talk to. Humphrey. Hello. I am Humphrey, and you are? Well, my name's Igeld, and oh, hey, look who got here all the same. At last, I've caught up with you. You there, young sir, I am told you are a victim of the marauding duelist. Me, a victim? Ha ha ha, how amusing. You amuse me. True, I was challenged by the duelist not long ago, but where he thought to find a whelp, he found a warrior of light instead. I defended my honor and my blade. See for yourself.
You mean you won? That's amazing!
Well, it was nothing compared to what I faced at Cartano. Magitech to the right of us, Magitech to the left of us. Stuck in the middle with Master Lu we were. Core, he was a dab hand with the old magic, he was. I tried to save him, of course, but there's a limit to how many giant beasties a man can...
That man is no warrior of light!
Yeah, I'm the warrior of light, dumbass.
Tell them, Elazar. Tell them how he lost and surrendered a sword that was not his own.
Liar! Scoundrel! I trusted that bastard with me father's blade! I bid him take it to the smithy for restoration! Even gave him gil to pay for it! Then he comes crawling back, sniveling and begging forgiveness for losing it in a duel! As if that's enough to set things right! Look at me, you bleeding whoreson! Look at me! Me flowing golden locks are no more! I've gone bald from the stress and heartbreak! I swear to everything holy that you'll face a reckoning if you don't bring her back to me!
Oh, old man sad.
He's got a remarkably smooth head for having so many wrinkles in the face. Alright, he beat the shite out of me and took the old man's sword. I used the gil to pay the chirurgeon. I have no idea where here the sword is. Gah. What am I supposed to do, huh? I can't give him what I don't have, unless you help me find the sword. That's what you do, right? Help people?
Have you no shame? First you claim a legacy not your own, then you beg others to help you with problems of your own making. You will refuse this man, won't you, Inspector?
And what of Elazar's flowing golden locks? How will forsaking young Humphrey help the man he has wronged?
That is admittedly kind of a good point.
We shall begin our search for the sword by questioning the people of the Golden Bazaar.
You know, he has a point. Rebuffing the kid's not going to change anything.
Do all inspectors dress like that? I've never met one before, so I don't know what to expect. That blade was a rare and ancient relic. You can't possibly think he'll recover it so easily.
Well, you never know. Nashu, focus. Antique swords. Oh, I have the foggiest about that. That traveling merchant, Jojompa, was the one you ought to speak with, assuming he hasn't left. Elazar's sword? Wasn't much to look at, but at least it was authentic. More than a few collectors have been tricked into purchasing counterfeit relics. Hildebrand, you find anything?
Yet what drives this man to always claim his opponent's weapon? Pride? No, it must be deeper than that.
That boy should be ashamed of himself, robbing poor Elazar of a priceless family heirloom. Just goes to show you should never trust an adventurer who claims to be a warrior of life. Warrior of light. Thieves and tricksters, the lot of them.
Heh, yeah.
It may not be the most honorable solution, but mayhap you should consider giving Elazar a counterfeit blade. The deception brings him peace in his final days. What could it be? Would it be so wrong?
Yeah, anyone who claims to be a warrior of light is a fucking douche. Let's go talk to Jojompa. Hey dude, how you doing? Wow, what a mustache. Oh, hey, Nashu.
I'm afraid I have no knowledge of an ancient sword, at least not of one I can guarantee to be authentic. You see, any wares I determine to be of dubious origins, I immediately discard in the spring east of Camp Drybone. Although I have no swords for sale at present, I may have disposed of a facsimile similar in design to the one you describe.
This presents a quandary. Though I am loath to deceive an honorable man like Elazar, a well-intentioned ruse may put his heart at ease, thus spurring the rejuvenation of his flowing golden locks, whilst we continue to search for the genuine article.
Well, if there is a sword in that spring, it won't remain there for long. It's one of the more convenient sources of fresh water for the common folk at Camp Drybone.
You should endeavor to be more optimistic, Miss Ellie. Like me, I say we search the spring first before declaring all to be lost. Okay, well, let's go search the spring. Yeah, I'll continue using my griffin. Let's go! Hey guys! Wait, hold on, what? Yeah, I'm not gonna worry about it. Y'all find anything yet? It occurs to me that I am not yet fully recovered from my accumulated injuries. It would not be prudent to immerse my body in water. Not without first coating it with liberal application of salamander oil, that is. Indeed, on many an occasion my dearest mother tended to my childhood scrapes just so. You understand the importance of physical rehabilitation, yes? And you can assist me by pouring the oil all over my body. I'm sorry? Body is but an instrument in occasional need of oiling, so come, my friend. Come and oil me up. Okay. Yeah, no, let's go for it. Ah, this comforting scent, as though I am a child in her arms. Quickly now, before it dries, knead the oil into my aching flesh. Alright. Ah, the pain multiplies manifold. Gently now, gently. Ooh. Yeah, okay, hold on.
Oh gods, oh gods, oh gods! Yes! At last my muscles slacken and soften, the warmth spreads, and the pain becomes pleasure!
Alright. Okay, we're going again then. Yep, alright.
Right there, yes, keep doing that, just like that, just like... yes! Now once more with feeling!
I am rapidly becoming uncomfortable. That is a slow progress bar. Nashu, please focus. Nashu. Nashu.
Ah, never before have I received such splendid ministrations. Now then, into the spring. You as well, my good woman.
God, finally. All right, let's take a look here. We got a muddy pebble. Let's take a look at the muddy pebble. The Great Serpent's having fun. Holy pot, Batman. This is here. I got a muddy bottle. Hildebrand, I ain't found shit.
You've been productive. Excellent. May I see what you've found?
I got this thing. I got that thing. I got a worthless bottle. I got a useless rock. And I got an irrelevant potsherd. All in all, pretty successful outing, I'd say.
No sign of the sword Jajanpa mentioned. I see.
Ah! Now I'm all wet. What was that anyway? Did something cause you to... Oh. This is a sword.
Once again, my instincts have guided us to our quarry. That I had you search that section of the spring was a stroke of...
Inspector, it's bad for your health to conduct investigations in those clothes. I'll go to Ul'dah and fetch you some new ones.
How thoughtful of you, Nashu. While you're there, purchase a few bottles of hair tonic for Elazar as well. The newest, most potent blend you can find.
Oh, there she goes. Bye, Nashu.
Is it not wonderful, my friend? Soon all of Elazar's woes will be no more.
Well, I suppose. And back we go. Wait, what was that? What did it just say I, like, sense the presence of? Well, whatever. I sense the presence of a powerful mark. No idea what could be up with that. Da 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 da. Do 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 do. Wow. Do 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 do. Da 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 da. Hey everybody, Bunny's here. No need to be alarmed. Oh, that's a rare hunt. Oh, I don't know anything about hunts.
As promised, I return to you your father's ancient blade. It is her. Every chip and scratch is just as I remember. Gods bless ye, sir.
What? I never expected you would go to such lengths for two strangers without thought of reward. Altruism is a rare trait these days.
'Tis common enough if you know where to look. A gentleman recognizes the good in every soul and understands that none deserve to be forsaken.
Spoken like a true gentleman, though your garments beg to differ. Oh, hey, honey. Inspector, I've brought your change of clothing. I also brought a supply of tonic from this peddler I met in Pearl Lane.
Excellent work, Nashu. If you would just bring me that case.
Huh? Oh! Inspector? Inspector Hildebrand?
There appears to be something lodged in my forehead. Could it be a missive from an adoring admirer?
Sure. Let's go with that.
And the author neglected to pen her name. I shall come to claim the collector's blade. Is that supposed to be flattering?
No, it's supposed to be intimidating. The duelist wrote this. He's daring you to stop him. What?
Oh, why are you making that face?
A challenge! For me! Ho, at last the curtain rises. Very well, if I'm to duel the duelist, I must dress for the occasion.
You're applying that stuff pretty liberally. Oh!
Da 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 da. Do 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 do.
That's some pretty impressive timing and framing.
I, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, accept your challenge.
He's incredible. So bold, so majestic, just like a warrior of light.
No, a gentleman of light.
He is exceptionally something.
Car, Inspector Hildebrand, you look amazing!
Oi, it's that dude what's from Danganronpa again.
Hildebrand.
The Gentleman of Light. That's Hildebrand. Meanwhile, oh.
This is far from the strongest of swords.
Blue skies and the rolling desert. I mean, they're more gray, but okay. Gilgamesh has a voice. You can hear it in the battle on the big bridge. I just don't remember what it sounds like.
How much longer must I seek the Blade of Legend?
That's an interesting spear you got there. Oh, there he goes. Those are very puffy pants. Quest complete.
Challenge accepted, my worthy opponent. You shall not claim the blade. With my, let us call it what it is, genius, I shall bring you to justice. Wait, you wish to duel with weapons, not wits? This bridge hardly seems appropriate for such an epic battle. Hildebrand will return in Age of Ultron. No, the Three Collectors.
Hey, I know that spear. That's the one I found buried with the pumpkins.
That's a reference to 1.0.
Pumpkins sort of remind me of... no, it's gone. Never mind.
God bless you, Nashu. Ellie wishes to share her latest discoveries with you, and it's time to meet a character we've actually met before, since we're admittedly kind of doing this out of order.
Perchance you are curious about the duelist's declared target. It so happens I have identified the weapon in question. The treaty blade is part of an Ishgardian noble's collection, or was, I should say. No, it has not yet been stolen. It has been purchased by an Uldan collector, the wife of a wealthy merchant living in Vesper Bay.
Oh, hold on. Suffice to say, I would be remiss in my duties as a reporter were I to not investigate her. And should the duelist strike whilst I am present, well, I hope I needn't explain what a golden opportunity that would be. Ingratiating myself to her may prove to be the greatest challenge, though. I'm told she is a difficult woman to please. Fortunately, I am also told she has a fondness for rare flowers, the sort Tutusi in Camp Drybone sells. You can come along if you'd like. Alright. Wed Mage. Oh, I don't have the glasses on for this outfit. Oh, that's fine. I haven't really figured out my ideal Red Mage glam just yet. I'm working on it, though. I'll figure it out. I had a feeling you couldn't resist the pull of a good story. Since you're here, why don't you choose the Alphic 11 flower? Hey, what's up? Here you are, miss. Thank you for your patronage. Your glams are really good, so I know you'll make something great for Red Mage. I hope so. Was it for love or money that you killed him? What?
It was you?
Have you gone mad? That was an Amalja arrow in his back. I don't even know how to shoot a bow.
Amalja don't shoot fleeing unarmed merchants. They capture and temper them. Not that you or your victim make for convincing merchants. If you're going to misrepresent yourself, put some effort into it. Wear gloves, for God's sake, or at least don't wave your hands in front of my face. The calluses on your fingers betray you as a veteran archer. Doubtless you used your skills to great effect 5 years ago, as did your partner. So again, I ask, was it because he took from you your share or your sister? You don't touch a man's kin. He knew that, and yet he... Damn, I thought he did it for the money. You two, he's all yours.
Yes, sir. Of course. Thank you for your help, Inspector.
I always imagined him with Alan Rickman's voice. I could see that. At least he's competent. But when did investigating crimes become such a popular profession? It's not his job, you know. He just likes doing it. He belongs to one of Ishgard's high houses. Some say he's a baron. Not at all like that buffoon Hildebrand, don't you think? I try not to think about Hildebrand. Yeah, he's pretty cool. I've met his sister. We should get going. Lady Dorilda will not take kindly to wilted flowers. Alright, we gotta pray return to the Waking Sands. Or at least pretty close to it. I did run up recently against an NPC that actually told me pray return to the Waking Sands, and I lost my fucking mind. I think it was for one of the extreme primal fights, I'm pretty sure. They were just like, pray, return to the Waking Sands. I'm just like, oh, they said the thing! Whee! Oh, God. Oh, jeez. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, my griffin got away from me, so you're going to have to deal with that. Hey, Ellie. I believe you have something to present to Lady Dorilda. Go on, then. Did you ever use the Vesper Bay tickets when you did the MSQ? I didn't know those brought you back to the Waking Sands until much later, lol. I used those a bunch. I already knew that because, I, of course, already knew that when I was playing through as Igald because I had played this game years ago, and those were a thing that you got, like, way back in the day as well.
Again, as I told the last 20 you came before, if you come looking for work, you are too late. And even if I were in need of additional security, I would not deign to hire a common adventurer. I will have you know I am anything but a common adventurer. I am a particularly uncommon adventurer. Now remove yourself from my sight before I have you removed.
Hey, check out this flower.
Did you really think I could be so easily manipulated, present the right gift, speak the magic words, and you would earn my respect? Yes. What is more, a flower's beauty is fleeting. I value beauty which transcends the boundaries of time, everlasting, enduring, unchanging. Like mine. Now get out!
Forgive us, Lady Dorilda. We meant no disrespect. We were afraid that you would not heed our warnings otherwise. A notorious violent thief is plotting to steal the Treaty Blade.
You fools! I shall come to claim the Collector's Blade, yes? I read the mithril eye, I know full well of whom you speak, and it is none of your concern. I have a legion of guards at my disposal. Should he try, I will have him seized, or worse. And even if by some miracle he should succeed, he will not escape my wrath, for I have retained the services of a certain gentleman. Ah, but you may see for yourself. Like every piece of my collection, he has been chosen with the utmost care. Now look upon my peerless inspector, interlopers, and despair! Huh?
Ships that pass in the night, a signal shown in the darkness. The lady cries out for a guardian, and a gentleman must needs oblige.
Yeah! Love him.
I swear to you here and now, I, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, shall neither slumber nor sleep until the fiend who covets the treaty blade is brought to justice.
Hey, those are the same thing.
My lady, what brings you here? Are you come in pursuit of the duelist as well? Or perchance in pursuit of me?
I mean, you're easy enough on the eyes, but no. As if I would spend a single gil on an insufferable, incompetent...
To be fair, you are not spending a single gil on me. The chance to investigate such an intriguing case is payment enough. Preemptive declarations of criminal intent are hardly in vogue. Sorry I'm late. Busy solving a murder. Biardien, consulting inspector. Biardien, consulting inspector, at your service, my lady.
Conniving inspector? Consulting inspector. Rotting flesh and saltpeter. Hildebrand Mandeville and Nashu Makaraka, I presume. Two rank amateurs playing at a profession of which they know not. Call me when you've finished with these wastrels.
You see, I do not want nor need your help. Briardien is more than capable of overseeing the transfer. Now get out, all of you. Oh. Where have you been, Maria? And where is my vase? There was this strange flying thing, and the vase, it dropped in the water. I was so... That vase once belonged to the royal house of Thorn. Do you have any idea how much it was worth? You will go back outside right now and search for my vase, and you are not to return until you find it. Do I make myself clear? I think I switched between vase and vase there for a moment. My lady, pray allow me to go in the girl's stead. It is not safe, for she herself spoke of a ferocious wild beast. With my unmatched investigative skills, I shall swiftly locate and recover the missing vase, thereby earning your respect, at which point you will gladly grant me permission to investigate the thieving duelist. Verily, it is a plan fiendishly clever in its intricacies. You said all that out loud. Not when spoken aloud. Miss Maria, would you be so kind as to tell me exactly what happened? Okay, here's the thing. I love Hildebrand. Because even if he's an idiot, even if he is just so dumb, and 9 times out of 10 he is completely off the mark, look at this. All of his, like, posturing about being a gentleman doesn't come from nowhere. He's genuinely a good guy. He's just kind of an idiot. He is probably the best example of, like, I don't know if I want to call him 100% a himbo, but that's kind of like, that's really the best word I can use to describe him. He is Final Fantasy XIV's best himbo. Dumb as a bag of rocks. But also, somehow, incredibly lucky and just the nicest guy. Like, look at this. Like, this is a child, and he's just like, I am going to take everything you tell me 100% seriously. I am here to help you. He sees this, and he's just like, I am going to help this child. Because he's just that good of a guy. I fucking love him. He's great. We fucking stan. I'm just saying. And then he makes that face. I picked up the vase in Ul'dah, like Mother said, and I was on my way home. I was crossing the bridge, and then the flying thing came. I got scared, so I ran. When I stopped, it was gone, but so was the vase. I think I dropped it in Nafika's wells. I want to go and look, but there were scary-looking things down there. I'm scared to go alone.
You are no longer alone, Miss Maria. We shall go together and look for the vase. All 5 of us.
All 4 of you. I'm going after Inspector Briardien. If the duelist strikes, I mean to be there.
But Miss Ellie, how can you ignore the plight of a young girl for the sake of a story?
Because that's my job, you imbecile.
Well, we shall not be derelict in our duty to justice. Come, Nashu, we must away.
At least they have an idea of where they're going.
You don't even know what the bloody vase looks like.
Oh, well, okay, yeah, that's gonna be
Well,
Maria, dear, listen. If it gets dangerous or if you feel afraid, you run to this adventurer for help. You understand?
Yeah, I'm like super tough. I will literally kick anything's ass. I will protect this small child.
Out, out! I have forthcoming appointments with very prestigious guests, and I will suffer in your presence no longer.
Wow. Okay. Let's go! Go forth, my noble steed. Alright, let's go see if we can't find a vase. Tough, strong bunny. If I know anything, I know that I am three things. I am tough, I am strong, I am bunny. Oh, hey, look, a flamboyant oaf. How's it going, Mr. Oaf? Please, call me flamboyant. Mr. Oaf was my father. A pox upon that thieving demon bird. He shall rue the day he crossed paths with me. Huh? Avaz? I know not of what you... Gah, curse this infernal refuse underfoot. Every point is a dagger. There is something in the water at the man's feet. But enough about that. We have other places to check. A vase? Well, if anything that falls in the water is like to be swept downstream fairly quickly. Does this have anything to do with that queer winged beast I saw earlier? No? Never mind then. Alright. Gotta look at those frogs. They're level 9. Weak frogs. Huh. That girl what run by earlier? I seen her. Had something in her hands, but dropped it while crossing the bridge. Didn't get a good look, but I reckon it doesn't matter any road. Whatever it was, it's long gone by now. Well, let's go check what was by that dude's feet. Ah, a curious object. And a green chicken. We won't worry about that now, though. Do I spy the treasured vase of Lady Gerilda over... Oh. Oh dear. Does this belong to you, child? Forgive me, I was so engrossed in my search that I did not notice. Your search for what, pray tell? That demon bird that absconded with my weapon. I set it down for but a moment, only to see it next in the talons of that accursed creature. I gave chase, following it to these waters, and in my haste I must have stepped upon your vase.
Don't fret, Maria. I know it looks bad, but I'm sure Inspector Hildebrand will think of something.
Well, Inspector... Oh, yeah, he's thinking all right. Oh, but I already have, my faithful assistant. Hearken to me now, for as the rising sun doth dispel the dark, so shall my solution resolve our dilemma. Oh. Oh. I thought that was a new text box. But first, we must gather as many of the fragments of the vase as we can find. How could I have been so careless? Why does this feel so familiar? You've been searching a lot of bodies of water to find trash. It seems like. Wow, this one's taking some doing. Yeah, I got it. What I got over here? That was pretty easy. What about this one? Ooh, that one's stuck in there pretty good. And got it.
Come to present your findings, have you? Splendid! Let's have a look.
I got 4.
Well done, my friend. This should be more than sufficient for our needs. He has performed miracles with far less, after all.
Who has? I wonder who he could be talking about.
There is but one person in all Eorzea capable of reconstructing this vase, a man whose skill with the hammer has brought rival goldsmiths low. So breathtaking are his works, so fearsome his competitive spirit. This man is no mere goldsmith. You speak of him as one would of a great warrior. Once, a notorious gang of thieves perpetrated a series of robberies in Ul'dah, targeting establishments which sold luxury goods. One such shop was owned by the humble lapidary of whom I speak. His was the last shop the thieves struck, for the following morning they were found beaten, bound, and gagged in the Gold Court. The brass blades never learned who was responsible. The only information they had was the testimony of a thief who kept muttering the words, "The hammer. The hammer."
He sounds dangerous.
Aye, that he does, and I do so enjoy the company of dangerous men.
Love wins. Anyway.
But where are my manners? I have yet to properly introduce myself. I am Gilgamesh, and that is my companion, Enkidu. Well, not really. It has been many moons since I last saw her, so to ease the burden of loneliness, I tamed a rooster and painted it green. In any case, you mean to search for this goldsmith, yes? If so, it would be my pleasure to help. The pleasure is all mine, Gilligan. I, Hildebrand, Agent of Enquiry, Inspector Extraordinaire, bid you welcome. If it is that hard for you to remember, then I give you leave to call me Gil. Excellent suggestion, Greg. Playful monikers are an effective means of building camaraderie. Call me Hildy. Now then, from what I know of the goldsmith's propensity to procure his materials himself, I have deduced that he is most likely to be found in the vicinity of Blue Fog in northern Thanalan. It is there we shall begin our search.
Greg?
The Manderville quest is generally a pretty, like... I would say, like... What's the word to describe it? Low-stakes quest, all things considered. Like, there's a very minimal amount of combat. I feel like you'd be hard-pressed to really find anything outside of, like, maybe the first fate that you have to do in order to kind of get things kicked off. And then there are some trials over the course of the quest line. But overall, like, if you're looking for something just sort of, like, fun to relax with, it's a pretty decent quest line to do. I haven't done this chocobo. I keep skipping out on the chocobo porters because I keep thinking that I just automatically unlock them whenever I show up in a place. So, like, I'll find ones where it's just like, oh, I haven't actually talked to the chocobo porter here. Oh, Nashu's here. Oh, and there's a Doblin carcass. What do you make of this, Nashu?
If a Doblin became a zombie, would that make it a Zomblin or a Dombie?
Fucking brilliant question, Nashu. You're so smart. Nashu out here asking the real questions. The Doblin's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north.
I don't think it's been dead long. Maybe whoever did it is still around?
Good call, Nashu. Let's go. Ah, Gilgamesh. How fare thee?
This goldsmith is not to be trifled with.
Ah, a basilisk carcass. Wow, this thing is terrifying. Wait, hold on. Is that its nose, or does it have like a gun stuck in his face? Let me get a good look at you. Oh, it's a hammer. It's a hammer lodged in its head. Okay. The basilisk's wounds indicate that it was felled with a hammer. Is it... Question. Does the hammer lodged in its skull indicate that it was killed with a hammer by any chance? A trail of bloody footprints leads to the north. Single blow to the head. Impressive. I'll say. Oh, there's some shit going on over here. Oh, hold on. Oh, this guy's going to be a problem. Hold on, I'm doing red mage shit. No, don't do that. Wait, no, that's fire. Oop. Thunder! Stone! Yeah, let's keep going. Why not? Oh, you're still... okay. Can't talk right now. Doing red mage shit. And... zoop. Oh, paralysis. Stop it. Okay, cool. Ah, I got experience for that, too. Dope. Alright. Ow. I'm alright. Ow. I'm okay. Ow. It's fine. Oh, hey, another bunny. Here doing the quest, it seems. Alright, Hildebrand, what do you make of this? Ah, another hammer. This dude's just fucking made of hammers, ain't he? His handiwork is unmistakable. The corpse is still quite warm. How warm is it? Ooh, that's burning hot. And we're just going to let this cutscene speak for itself. In fact, we're going to go ahead and get rid of Stockgator for this. The Doblin, the Basilisk, this Ahriman, all were slain with a hammer. As was that beast over yonder, unless I am mistaken. What beast? Oh. That chimera must be his latest prize, which means he must still be about. Mayhap he is watching us at this very moment, attempting to ascertain our intentions. He was ever a cautious man when on the hunt.
Alas, it comes to this. Though every fiber of my being cries out in rebellion, I must break my oath and do the unspeakable. What must you do that is so terrible? I must dance! I'm a manderville man, doing what only a manderville can. From the peaks of Kurthis to Thanalan, manderville man! I see. I cannot avert mine eyes! That is the dance of House Manderville, passed down from father to son. Were I to perform it within sight of our quarry, he would not be able to resist revealing himself. Alas, I neglected to properly stretch my legs beforehand. My good woman, I see no other solution. You must dance in my stead. Though it be a gross, nay, unconscionable violation of my family's traditions, I must bequeath to you the Manderville.
Thanks.
You have learned the Memote Manderville dance.
Hooray.
Nashi, what do you make of all this?
Are you really going to do the Manderville? Oh, I can't wait.
What manner of man can be summoned only through dance? I guess we'll fucking find out, won't we? Oh, I gotta turn Chat Gator back on. Whoop! The time has come for you to do what only a Manderville can. We are as siblings now, my constant comrade, for I have shared with you the secrets of House Manderville. Now you must use that knowledge, go to the Fallen Chimera, and dance like only a Manderville can. Should, like, I stretch beforehand? Okay, I'm just gonna go. Let us summon the Goldsmith. The time has come. Oh, hey, another hammer. This dude just chucking hammers left and right, huh? Let's do it. Here I go! Fancy yourself a Manderville man. You would do what only a Manderville can. Then lift your legs and put up your hands. Be a Manderville man. He comes. What is with this family, quite frankly? Ho ho ho! You have naught to fear from me, not at all! The only accounts I came to settle were with the Chimera. But you were not drawn here by some coincidence, were you? No, you came in search of me, Godbert. Why else would you gyrate your hips in such a gentlemanly fashion, if not that? But more importantly, how in the hells did you learn the Manderville? If I did not teach you, then who? And he's gone. By the grace of Thal, what sorcery is this? He yet lives? Huh. Oh. How terrifying. Oh. Hildebrand Helidor Maximilian Manderville!
Huh. 10 years, Hildebrand. 10 years since you left home, and 5 since I learned of your trip to Dalamud. How long were you planning to allow your mother and father to suffer under the illusion that their beloved son was dead?
Son, you are Hildy's father?
Godbert the goldsmith's a Manderville man, smithing as only a Manderville can. Oil him up and give him a tan, fit for a Manderville man.
Please, father, cease your undulations at once. There are more pressing matters at hand.
That is a very threatening Manderville, honestly.
This antique vase must be made whole once more, for the sake of Miss Maria.
The resemblance is uncanny. You want to talk about threatening auras? Wait till you meet Hildebrand's mom.
Ha! Do not worry, little one. I deal with worse cases before my morning bowel movement.
Okay, didn't need to know that, but alright. Yep, there he goes.
Oh. Hold your applause until the end. Bayergott, guide my hammer!
Oh, hey, that's my, like, patron... Oh. Very fast Godbert, smithing at incredibly high speeds.
Look how it sparkles in the twilight, how it radiates elegance. Would you all not agree that it is a work of art?
You've completely destroyed a priceless antique's historical value.
Nonsense! I have taken a dull, unremarkable vase and transformed it into something far superior. I hope you were paying attention, Hildy. How long has it been since you last held a hammer?
Father, that is not my path. I am an agent of enquiry, an inspector. It is my duty to help those in need. Miss Maria is one such person. There are others too, innocent people, whose weapons were callously ripped from their hands by a thieving duelist.
I thought you had put away childish dreams. No matter, you will understand in due time.
This is probably a very relatable part of Hildebrand's story. Is this idea that, like, his parents want him to be one thing, but he's like, no! I have a dream!
No, I will not. I am an inspector, father. I can be naught else.
Mr. Godbert, sir, I don't think my mother's going to like what you did. She probably won't let Mr. Hildebrand help with the investigation.
We cannot say that for certain, can we? Mayhap she will take a liking to this reimagining.
I, Hildebrand Manderville, have a dream. I will become an star. Or what is it they call Jorna? So I actually started reading Part 5's official translation because it came out. It's so weird. Okay. We're going to take a moment here. So I fucking love JoJo, right? And I have been keeping up with... Yeah, when it was... subbed, it was Gangstar. In the dub, it's Primo Mafioso. So I fucking love JoJo. I have been keeping up with the official release of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure in manga form since they announced that they were going to be doing it. Starting with Part 1, re-releasing Part 3, and then going on to release Part 4 and 5, and so on and so forth. It's been really exciting for me. Just because, like, these are... So, for a bit of history, for the longest time, the only officially released part of JoJo in the US was Part 3. That was it. No Part 1, no Part 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, you could only read those, like, fan-translated. with the fan translations for 4 and 5 being notoriously bad. They've gotten better fan translations since, but it is so wild. So Volume 1 of Golden Wind, or Vento Oreo, depending on how you want to, depending on what sort of era of JoJo that you decided to come in on back when it hadn't been released in the US yet, and what everybody called it was Vento Oreo, which is Italian for Golden Wind, because with the reason for calling it that being that it is a story that takes place in Italy. And I should mention, most official, releases of JoJo media that references Part 5 used Vento Oreo for the longest time. Video games referenced it as Vento Oreo. The fighting game, the Arena Fighter that came out on PS4 that I have, referenced it as Vento Oreo, not Golden Wind. It wasn't until, I want to say, the anime came out that it was officially known in English as Golden Wind. But it's so wild to be holding Volume 1 of Golden Wind in my hand, having an official translation for the story of Giorno Giovanna, who personally is one of my favorite JoJos. I fucking love Giorno Giovanna. I love Part 5. It might actually be one of my favorite parts. I actually need to finish, now that Manga Dex is back up, I need to finish reading Part 6 and then move on to 7 and 8, especially since 8 is apparently ending this month, which is wild to think about. Because everything that I've been hearing is that it doesn't seem like it's a place where it should end yet. But, who knows? Maybe Araki's got something planned. But yeah, it's so cool to have that, and to hold it in my hand and say, I am holding the official translation of Part 5 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure. When for so long, that was like a pipe dream, almost. You didn't like Duang is Unbreakable? I like Part 4 a lot. I like all of them, honestly. And God knows the Duang translations will forever have their special place in Western JoJo fans' hearts. But I like the fights on Part 5. Like, here's the thing. I've explained it to friends of mine before that, people will recommend JoJo based on, Part 3 is really good, Part 4 is really good. But the way that I tend to describe it is that Part 4 and 5 are where the series really started getting interesting. Because Part 3 was pretty much just straight up just like Monster of the Week kind of story. With very straightforward battles where it's basically like Jotaro needs to maneuver himself into a place where he can punch the enemy really hard. And I mean, JoJo has always had sort of that element of puzzle fights, but I would say that having not finished Part 6, and Part 6 has some questionable fights in it. There's some that I'm not a huge fan of. I think Yo-Yo Ma was one that I wasn't a huge fan of, but I don't really remember it too well. I would say Part 5 probably has some of my favorite fights in the series just because of how creative they are. Because 4 and 5 are where that started really getting good. Where they started not being just straightforward fights. They started being puzzles that the protagonists need to solve. Part 4 is my favorite, but the fights in 5 are amazing. They're so good! Oh my god! I really got to rewatch Part 5 at some point, but for now, I'm going to content myself with keeping up with the manga. What was I talking about?
You spoke of a thieving duelist, did you not? It so happens I am something of a duelist myself. Were we to cross paths with this fellow, I would welcome the opportunity to pit my skills against his, and Kitu as well, I should think.
Gosh, that doesn't sound suspicious at all.
I see you possess a strong sense of justice. Full glad am I Full glad am I to have met you, Greg. Now let us return to Vesper Bay, and pray return to the waking sand and see how our vase is received. Vespa Bay, you say? What a coincidence! I shall be traveling there on business once I have finished gathering materials. Surely this is just a funny coincidence that will not in any way have any sort of influence on either of our itinerary. Oh, I think I might have seen the demon bird which took my weapon. Go on without me, I shall follow anon. Okay. Sounds fine.
Greg's not suspicious. Greg's not suspicious. Greg's not suspicious. Greg's not suspicious. Let's go Vespa Bay. To Horizon. Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
I feel like there was something else I wanted to talk about today. Can't remember what, though. I watched all of Jellystone recently. It was really good. Like, I had a lot of fun with it. I'm excited to see more of that show. I'm a big Snagglepuss fan. So I thought the Jellystone version of Snagglepuss was really good. He doesn't get a whole lot of focus. But he's also voiced by Master Shake from Aqua Teen Hunger Force, which is cool. I love that because I recognize his voice. And I'm just like, where do I know that from? And then I find out it was Master Shake, and I'm just like, that's great. I love that. I would say that the breakout stars of that, in my mind, is probably Top Cat and his gang. I've been seeing a lot of good Choo Choo content on my timeline, which I greatly appreciate. Jabberjaw was really good. I loved Doggy, Daddy, and Augie. He was also Gazpacho and Chowder. I never saw Chowder, so I don't know who one of the characters are. I'm sorry. But, yeah. Alright, Hildebrand, what we got? Mayhap Miss Maria should be the one to present the vase. Yeah, it's probably for the best. Maria?
I hope she likes it. Mother, I brought you the vase.
By the gods, have you all no shame? How dare you make my daughter complicit in your chicanery? I don't know where you found this gaudy trash, but it bears no resemblance whatsoever to the vase I purchased. Now see here, Lady Dorilda, not only did you send Maria to fetch your priceless vase alone, placing her in considerable danger should bandits or wild beasts attack, which they did, but... Gaudy trash? Lord Manderville, sir, I did not realize you had arrived. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations and esteemed gentlemen such as yours... Oh, wait, hold on. Wrong voice. Though I know it is nothing compared to the lavish accommodations and esteemed gentlemen such as yourself must enjoy, I pray my humble abode meets with your satisfaction. Oh, it does, my lady. It does indeed, especially that exquisite vase over yonder. Although I gather from your previous comments that you do not like my reconstruction. Your reconstruction? Oh ho ho, I don't like it, I love it! I would go so far as to call it the new centerpiece of my Thorn Dynasty collection. I was mentioning that because Jellystone was developed by the same creator as Chowder. Oh yeah, I know that much. Also, I was in the middle of tanking a dungeon. Cool, how'd that go? Ah, what a relief! I would have been most distressed had you said otherwise. We Mandervilles do so take pride in our work and ever strive for professional perfection. Oh, but why am I repeating what my son Hildebrand doubtless told you when he offered to investigate the duelist threats? Enough expository banter, I say. Gunbreaker good. Gunbreaker is good. As somebody who just, like, as soon as I hit level 60 was just like, I need a gun sword now, I can say that Gunbreaker is very good. I cannot recall if your son used those precise words, but I do remember thinking that his help would be most welcome. You will be helping us, Inspector Hildebrand, will you not? Oh, sure. She finds out that he's the fucking son of goddamn Godbert Manderville, and suddenly she's all like, oh, yeah, I always wanted you to help us. Of course!
Wait a minute. Your father is Lord Godbert Manderville, the man who took Aeoland Quiveron's seat on the Syndicate? Oops. It appears there have been a great many developments over the past 10 years of which I was completely unaware. In any case, we must redirect our energies towards the investigation of the thieving duelist. Our first order of business will be to review all the facts with consenting Inspector Briardian. What do you make of this, Hildebrand? Come, we have a thief to catch. Let us seek out Inspector Briardian at once. Godbert? I hope I did not speak over much earlier. My wife would describe it as a proclivity to pontificate, but I prefer to think of it as an earnest desire to establish rapport with my fellow man. Maria, what do you make of these events? I think she likes it. I think she does too. Now that she knows that it was made by Godbert Manderville, and she feels bad for saying that she didn't like it. Briardien, how are you? Remember me? I have your glasses. I say remember me, but at this point he doesn't know who we are. Why are you still here? Allow me to elucidate. Lady Dorilda has asked that we assist with the investigation. Now, kindly share with us all your information. Fine. Our plans have advanced to a stage that even you couldn't ruin them anyway. I commissioned several reproductions of the Treaty Blade through a merchant named Jojonpa, who traffics in counterfeit antiques. These blades have been delivered to the Observatorium, where they are being distributed amongst Lady Dorilda's sellswords. Once I give the order, they will transport them via alternate routes to Vesper Bay. Oh, I think I get it. You're hiding the real transport with a bunch of decoys, right? They're all decoys. The moment the thief strikes, all our forces will converge on his location, including those disguised as small folk along each route. The real Treaty Blade will remain in the original owner's vault until the thief has been apprehended. Everything has been accounted for. You are superfluous. Oh, there he goes. Huh? Mayhap we could use more small folk to watch the roads in and out of the observatorium, assuming you have the capacity to conduct yourself in an unassuming fashion. Fear not, my fellow inspector, for I am a master of disguise. Have you any information regarding the duelist himself? A description? You never thought to ask Humphrey, did you? The thief is said to be a towering brute dressed in red who wields a halberd. Ha ha ha! A man so garishly dressed should be easy to find in snowy Curthus. Then I suppose we don't need your help after all, do we? Come or don't, I couldn't care less. Be seeing you. Okay, bye. Nashu, focus. Pray forgive my lateness. Greg, my good man, what a pleasure to see you again. We just received new information regarding the weapon thief. A victim described him as a halberd-wielding brute dressed in... a ridiculous outfit. A ridiculous outfit. Oh, now I am intrigued. What reasons would a warrior have for wearing impractical clothing?
I couldn't imagine.
Ha ha, what reasons indeed! It is enough to make a gentleman laugh!
Quest complete. What do you make of this, Hildy? Oh, he's got a... What do you make of this, Gilgamesh?
That damnable demon bird continues to elude me, but no longer. Soon I shall claim my revenge and weapon both.
Three collectors. Inspector Hildebrand would have you accompany him to Curthus. Allow me to summarize our current plan of action. Our destination is the Observatorium, and our mission is to pose as goodly small folk, in accordance with Inspector Briardian's instructions. Naturally, should the situation demand improvisation, we are to disregard those instructions. Any questions? No? Then let us sally forth at once! Sounds like a plan.
My redoubtable confederate! You're an experienced traveler, are you not? Why don't you lead the way to Kurthus? Yeah, okay. Oh god, okay. I hate how Kurthus, like, the areas in Kurthus are so big and then they have one fucking aetheryte. Do you have to go somewhere in Kurthus? Good luck. Benunny leads the charge. Damn, can barely see through this fog. It's like Silent Hill out here. It's also very quiet. Like, kind of unnervingly so, actually. Oh, there we go. Hello, friend. Excuse me. Hail to thee, fellow servant of justice. I take it that you are one of the many tasked with transporting a counterfeit treaty blade. Clearly you've mistaken me for someone else, sir. At ease, Sergeant. They're with us. More small folk. Since I just got to Heaven's Word, I don't have flying in those areas, and it takes a while to get from one side to the other. Yeah, you definitely, excuse me. You definitely want to get the Aether Currents as soon as you possibly can. It's a bit more daunting than it seems at first when you finally unlock the ability to, like, track those down. Like, you think, oh, I gotta go all over the place and, like, find these spots to attune to the Aether Currents. But it's really not so hard. Like, I was a little worried about doing it in some of the Shadowbringers areas, and I'm still a little worried about doing it in some of the Stormblood areas. But, like, once you really kind of, like, get into a groove, it's not so bad, honestly. Keep an eye on them. Or else. But, sir, bugger me. Don't you bloody move until I get back. Alright. I say, is this land always so inhospitable? The biting winds, the endless snows. Mayhap keeping active will help me to stay warm. Oh, and should I chance to find the thieving duelist, I will of course summon you. After administering the requisite beating. Haha. Okay, bye. Good, you're still... Wasn't there someone else with you a moment ago? Ah, you speak of Greg.
She was looking for Raggy.
Huh?
She was looking for Raggy.
Oh. Hi, Nitty.
He ventured outside the gates mere moments before your arrival, full eager to catch the thief, as are we. Come, Nashu. We too must answer the call of duty. Black Ops. 4! You look like you might actually be useful. Why don't you have a word with my man near the east gates? We're undermanned over there. Okay. I mean, I guess. Sure. Might as well. I'm just the fucking warrior of light. What do I know? Cod Blops Cod Blops even! Oh hey, here's Hildebrand. How do? Any halberd-wielding mummers shall answer to me! They sure will, Hildy. Ye see that just now? No? I'm giving up on voices. I'm just gonna do this for anyone I don't already have a voice for. I don't think me eyes were playing tricks on me, but there's only one way to be sure. You wait here. Yeah, alright. I'll just go fuck myself, I guess. Inspector, over here, look! What is it, Nashu? Pray tell me what you see.
Aha! I see you, demon bird. You will not escape me this time. Why, hello there, my friends. Is aught amiss?
Oh, it's just Greg. For a moment I thought you might have spotted our thief. Come, Nashu, we have lingered here over long. We must egress post-haste. Oh, yeah, there they go. Hey, Hildebrand, where'd Nashu go? I fucking love this next scene. There's naught out of the ordinary here either. No luck, We have scoured every ilm of this area to no avail. I can only conclude that, having learned that his opponent was to be the legendary Inspector Hildebrand, the duelist renounced his criminal ways and retreated into hiding. Or perhaps he is waiting patiently outside the walls for more wagons to leave. That being said, should you decide to venture into the wilderness, you had best arm yourself with more than your wits. I appreciate your concern, Miss Ellie, but a gentleman should abstain from violence unless absolutely necessary.
I'll fight for you, Inspector. I even found a weapon to use.
By the 12! Is that the selfsame spear which propelled me to the Red Moon? Wherever did you find it?
It was buried in the snow.
Well, one cannot ignore the will of destiny. Return it to me, Nashu. Though I will still endeavor to avoid fisticuffs, I will be duly armed should worse come to worse. Now then, we begin our search for the duelist to the east of the observatorium. Oh, there he goes. Ellie, what are your thoughts on all this? Come now, how hard can it be to find a large man dressed in red in Kurthus? Well, I'm dressed in red. Perhaps I am the thief. No, that would be ridiculous. Let's go. Go, my griffin. Ah, Gubu. Fuck this Gubu. Death. Haha, I am victorious. I have crushed Hildebrand with the dead Gubu. Oh no, he's fine. Nashu, what do your elf eyes see?
Core, it's cold out here.
Fuck, it sure is. Take your post, my good woman, and entrust your safety to me. Inspector Hildebrand is ready for battle. But Nunny would never steal and be found out. Okay, well, let's just go ahead and hang out here, I guess. Saving this screenshot. Wherefore art thou, my nefarious nemesis? 'Twas not the selfsame creature, but one of many. Nevertheless, I know that my weapon is close by. You sense it too, don't you? Fuck, she sure does. He sure does? He did say it was a rooster. Big yawns. Mitty, are you sleeping on the PS4? That's adorable. Don't throw up on it, okay? Greg, I've been meaning to ask. Why do you covet this weapon so? If you but beheld it, you would understand. In some ways it bore resemblance to a spear, but in other aspects it was quite different. It was crowned with a magnificent axe blade, which was welded to a musket barrel, to which was welded a musket barrel. Huh. 'Twas one of the first weapons I added to my collection after arriving in these lands. Ah, how I yearn to reclaim it. The strongest of spears.
Huh.
That weapon of yours bears a striking resemblance to the strongest of spears!
I claimed this weapon 5 years ago. Surely you can't be serious.
Now you call me Shirley? No matter. Give it to me. Give it to me!
This spear and I have traveled together to the very heavens. I will not relinquish it again.
This spear and I have bested many a man together. I will not relinquish it again.
Then we are at an impasse. I can't believe I'm saying this, but well done, Inspector. Thanks to you, we've caught the weapon thief in the act. Miss Ellie, you are grossly misreading our dispute. Greg is a good, honest man who I am certain has never stolen a weapon in his life.
Indeed, I have not. Every weapon I have claimed was by rights mine. Each was a trophy for besting my opponent in single combat. Oh! I believe that constitutes a confession. Seize him. A confession to what? I have done naught wrong. Bah, you are all beyond reason. Goodbye.
Huh. Ah, yes! My plan to secure Greg's confession was utterly flawless, and his capture will be a coup de be the coup de grace. And there he goes.
Well, my plan is thus far flawless. Griffin Crossing is still impassable. I know who you are, even if that imbecile doesn't, so let's not mince words. Only you have the skill to face the duelist in battle. Even so, your strength alone will likely not suffice. I suggest you muster what allies you can.
Okay. Alright, well... Oh, hey Hildebrand. Nashu! Miss Ellie? Ah, my good woman, it is a relief to hear your footfalls. As you have doubtless deduced, I was unable to prevent Greg from escaping through the doors. I must leave the rest to you. Oh. Oh, hey.
Yes, it was I behind these doors the whole time. You took so long to arrive, I was getting worried you might have gotten lost. Long did I wonder what your role in this play was. A silent guardian, content to watch events unfold with minimal interaction. At the last I understand. We were fated to duel, you and I. Best me and you may have the spear. Fail and your weapons are forfeit. Fair terms, do you not think? I will even extend them to your allies. I grant you leave to summon others. After all, it would avail you no advantage. Heh. For Gilgamesh, it is embiggening time!
Oh, he's large now. Huh. Well, okay. Excuse me. Big Greg. Do I still get, like, the little sound effect for unlocking the thing, or... Nope. Alright, so... we're gonna go ahead and see... I was thinking about doing this solo, because if I go Gunbreaker, I should be able to do it solo. But I'm gonna go ahead and switch to Dark Knight, just because my Dark Knight could use a bit of experience. And we're gonna see if we can get into this normal. Because usually... this is at least one that people tend to do. So we're going to go ahead and give it a shot. Excuse me. See if anyone's up for this right now. Wait time 6 minutes. You know what? Nah, we'll just go solo. I think I could do this one solo. I'm pretty sure. Undersized party. Confirm. Battle on the big bridge. Alright. Let's do some damage. Any second now. Uh-huh. Hey man, how's it going? Whoop! Oh yeah, this is gonna be nothing.
Go on, H2. It's Toad, your
Oh
favorite.
shit! Oh no, I am Toad. I am become Toad. I've got 10 seconds of toadification left. Ooh, it's time to open up a world of hurt. Oh.
What? Oh. You rotten rocket! Punch! Fine, I admit it.
Alright.
Fighting all 8 of you is just too much for me.
I'm just one person. What are you talking about?
Not? Ha! I lied! Empathy!
Oh! Oh shit.
Why, I've been had! This is far from the strongest of spears. I feel so betrayed!
Okay, give me a second. Alright, there we go.
Goodness gracious!
Oh.
I
Oh!
just remembered something.
Hey, wait. Hey, hold on. I'm just like one person. I'm just Bonani. Have you considered I'm Bunny? Let's go!
I must say, I quite enjoy these tussles. I feel we've gained an understanding. And understanding, I will pound you, silly! Aha!
Oh, shit. Ah! Frogtified again! Five, 4, 3, 2, 1.
I won't go down so easily.
You're going down pretty easy, I'm just letting you know. Like, it's kind of embarrassing for you, actually. Like, I'm barely trying. There's supposed to be a cutscene there, but I have cutscenes turned off for things I've already done. So imagine that he flew away holding onto Enkidu's legs. And just don't worry about it. Oh shit, Hildebrand, are you okay? Why, Greg? Why? Nashu, what do you make of this?
Are you dead again, Inspector?
How many swords did he drop while... Wait, doesn't that one look just like Elazar's sword? But even to my untrained eye, this is obviously a counterfeit blade. So is this one. And this one. What in the world? Alone yet still armed. Humph. In any case, he seems satisfied with the halberd. We will proceed with the delivery. Okay. Benutty wins. Fatality. Excuse me. So for anyone who was here yesterday, with regards to like the ballad of me trying to secure a graphics card, I think I might have missed out on it, unfortunately. The main issue, of course, was that I wasn't able to pay right away. The person selling it hasn't said as much, or hasn't said that it's definitively given to somebody else, but he said that he did have somebody that might be able to pay right away, and that it would be mine if they pulled or backed out of it. But they haven't said anything since then, so I'm probably going to check back tomorrow to see if it's still available once I've got the money for it. But if I didn't get it, I didn't get it. I'm not going to beat myself up too much over it. It sucks, but what are you going to do? Hi, Mitty. Excuse me. Oh, here you go. Ah, 'tis more magnificent than I imagined. 'Twill make a fine addition to my collection. Okay, you two, calm down. And with that, our business is concluded. Cheers. I genuinely mean that in your case, by the way. Oh, thank you.
All's well that ends well, right, Inspector? Though it's a shame that Greg turned out to be the thief.
There you are, Inspector Briardian. Why did you not wait for me at the docks? Ah. Why are you all staring at me so? Oh, never mind that. Where is my treaty blade?
But didn't we just give you the treaty blade?
Huh. Ew. Gross. Disguise yourself as the client and then let the treaty blade come to you. Take advantage of an existing situation to distract us from the real crime. Brilliant. The man in red never spoke of the treaty blade, only the halberd. Moreover, he always issued his challenges in person. Dear gods, isn't it obvious? What is it like in your funny little brains? It must be so boring. You can tell that this dude's, like, dialogue is partially based on, like, Benedict Cumberbatch's Sherlock. Hold on, Mitty's trying to crawl down my fucking shoulder here. Mitty, you good? Have you found purchase? Please don't step on my keyboard. Not right now. Nope. Nope. No, don't. Okay, you're stepping on the keyboard. All right, no, keep moving, keep moving. Or you step on something that just totally fucking breaks my laptop. Here, I'll move this. I know that's your favorite sitting spot. Oh. If the man in red did not send the challenge, then who did? Oh. 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 Could he put Chatgator back? Has Chatgator been down this whole time? I didn't even notice. I feel so foolish. Thanks, Mitty. Your foresight is incredible, and I appreciate you. I believe this is addressed to me, condescending Inspector Brialdian. Piss off. Oh. 400 years have I slept. 1,000 faces do I wear. What is yours will be mine. I shall come to claim the Lapis Maiden's virtue. A many-faced phantom thief. Interesting. The design and wording are the same as before. The thief who stole the treaty blade sent this. Very well. I, and I alone, Hildebrand, agent of enquiry, inspector extraordinaire, once more accept your challenge. You want a challenge, huh? Stand and face me, you buffoon. Oh, there they go. How dare you all laugh at a time like this, after allowing my precious treaty blade to be stolen? And you, Berea... Well, I suppose it is a little funny, isn't it? The two of them dashing to and fro, a pair of gentlemen mummers. You know, it's been far too long since we've seen a show. We should head into the city later, just you and me. Not bad, Hildy, not bad at all. You are indeed a Manderville man. Mark my face, O phantom of many faces, for it is the face of the this fucking Lolorito statue. Excuse me.
Gentleman hero Hildebrand.
The fiend dares lay claim to the fair maiden's virtue. A seeds of jealousy quicken within an inspector's soul. Can true love bloom on this battlefield? Will this Manderville man find his Manderville wife?
Hildebrand will return in Age of Ultron, a case of indecency.
Hey, what's with the goggles those men are wearing? They look special. Maybe if I ask nicely, they'll give me a pair? I guess we'll find out next time.
And indeed, we will find out next time. That is going to be it for me tonight. I want to thank everybody for coming by the stream. I hope you all had a good time taking this look at the Manderville side quest line. It's good content, and I enjoy it. Like I said, it's my favorite. It's one of my favorite things in this game. I'm excited for there to be more when Endwalker comes out, especially given how things ended in the Stormblood version of this quest line, which I am also, of course, hoping to show off once we play some more of this. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here. I want to thank you all for coming by. I hope you all had a good time. I think I already said that. Art for the stream. The stream art, Acid Shark, was done by Cosmindart on Twitter, Cosmindart. He does fantastic work. The bunny ears were added by friend of the stream, Lucas, whose work you can find on Twitter at Dischaymera. That's Discheymera. Also does fantastic work. Is considerably more not safe for work than the former artist. So, just keep that in mind going into it, but highly recommend checking the stuff out. What else? You can't see it, but I just dabbed. Upcoming streams. Tomorrow, BioShock. Saturday, Silent Hill Homecoming. Next Wednesday, Majora's Mask. And next Thursday, more Final Fantasy XIV. And yeah. I am hoping to be able to confirm something special about this Saturday's Silent Hill Homecoming stream. I don't want to say anything prematurely until I can be 100% certain. It's something I have been working on getting prepared for some time now, and I'm hoping that everything goes through okay with it. But if I am 100% certain, I'm hoping to be 100% certain by tomorrow's stream. If I am, I will likely announce it on tomorrow's stream. So be sure to tune in for that. I'm going to go ahead and get out of here, and I'll see you next time on the Shark Stream. Same Shark time, same Shark channel. Take care.